Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Martin here from Kodiak. Your favorite Chad from Poland is back. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Out with another video, and today, boys, I have a very, very special topic for y'all. Why women hate attractive men. Yeah, I know, that's a very, very bold statement to make, and it's a hot take, absolutely. But the thing is, gentlemen, trust me, I've been around the block. I've talked to a good amount of women in my life. And ever since my glow up, I've come to realize this one thing. Women don't like attractive men for a number of reasons, okay? Which I'm gonna outline in this video. And yeah, I know, someone's gonna say, Martin, you're out of your damn mind. You're so crazy for saying this. It's nuts, bro, okay? Allow me to explain. So, first of all, point number one. Y'all have to know that women are incredibly insecure. They have no confidence, especially when it comes to attractive men. So that's my first point. Women do it out of jealousy and protection. It's a protection mechanism because most women know that the only real power they have over guys are their looks. Straight up, that's their number one leverage. And guys, if you're attractive and you have options, then her game is not going to work on you. Why? Because you have abundance. You don't operate in scarcity. And most women have never really met a truly attractive man. Okay, or maybe some of them have dated one in the past. But as a general rule of thumb, most of them have never met one or been with one. Okay? And so a lot of women, they feel vulnerable and less desired when they're with a really attractive man. And that's a real thing. I know this sounds so crazy, because when I look at it from a guy's perspective, why would you reject a really pretty woman? Okay, but some guys do it, absolutely. Because it's a protection mechanism. It's like you feel like you're less. It's a self-worth issue. And this is a real thing. Trust me. This is why women spend so much time on their appearance. They have to be perfect. They have to be flawless. Okay? Because that's their number one leverage. That's like the number one lever they have over all these guys. Because simps will fall for it, bro. All these simps, all these beta males, they'll bite the bait. Absolutely. But with you, it's a whole different story. Okay? So a lot of women feel vulnerable. They feel like they're a lot less. They don't feel like they can trust you. Okay, and they know that they're going to have to face stiff competition when it comes to other women. Because they know you're going to get looks. Like, bro, trust me. Girls can look at a man and be like, okay, this guy gets women. He's popular with women. I'm sure about it. Women know it. It's like they have this invisible radar. Okay? Number two. And I think this is the number one reason why the vast majority of women would actually, hate a man. Like a really attractive man. It's because they can't have him, they feel powerless. They don't have that control anymore, which is exactly what I just talked about a minute ago. A lot of women, especially pretty women, they want to be in control in a relationship. Okay? Because guys, let's face it, most men today are not attractive. They're ugly, they're fat, they have no money, and when it comes to their physical body, it's a complete mess. It's garbage, bro. And that's the number one, ace that women have. It's like a atomic bomb, bro. Seriously. They know it, bro. It's always been like that. But when it comes to attractive men, I feel like we are hated by society. We are mocked. We are frowned upon. Why? Because people think we're shallow. People think that we're superficial and that we're arrogant and that we're empty-headed. And it's a real thing. A lot of people will project that insecurity onto you, especially women. So the bottom line is this. Women will not feel in control, being with you in that relationship, which is why they will usually default to rejecting you or hating on you. It's a coping mechanism. And a lot of women know it, bro. They know it instinctively. Which is why this is not talked about. Y'all are not going to hear this anywhere else. I'm telling you. I'm probably one of the very, very few YouTubers that actually talks about this. So, Trust me, it's a real thing. It's out of insecurity. They don't feel in control. And a lot of women today, trust me, like, they want to string guys along. They want to manipulate them. They want to, finesse them. But with you, like, they know that you're not gonna, they know that these games that they play in all these simps, they're not gonna work on you. Like, you're gonna be unfazed by it. You're gonna be unaffected because you're a whole different breed of a man. You have standards. And a lot of attractive men, they have choice. They have abundance. They don't live in scarcity. And women know it. And especially, bro, like, this is a real thing. Like, I really don't know how to explain it. But so many women, especially modern women, they love to be in control of that relationship. Okay? And it's a protection mechanism. Like, it stems out of ego. And it's, their only way to win most guys over, right? Number 3. And this is also a big thing, especially when it comes to high quality women, I found. But a lot of girls will think that he's too good for me. He's too hot for me. He's too much. I don't stand a chance. He probably has a roster full of women. He's never going to commit to me. He's never going to love me. He's never going to want to settle down with me. Trust me. Which is why I think a lot of these pretty women and high quality women, they usually settle down with simps. Because they don't want to, like, lose that power. They don't want to lose that edge. Okay? Because, again, it goes back to what I just talked about. Beauty in general, is a woman's number one power in relationships. Her pussy, right? Her pussy, her ass, her tits, and her looks. That's pretty much it. Okay, I'm sorry for being so blunt, but that's the thing. Okay, and when you're an attractive man and you have options, and particularly when you're omnipresent, when there's layers about you, like you're confident, let's say you're skilled, you're intelligent, you're career driven, you're climbing the success ladder, you're an entrepreneur, you're a prolific whatever, right? You're multifaceted. And when you're like that, like, women know that you have no weaknesses, and they can't really, like, crack that armor. And trust me, bro, I think the vast majority of women have never really been with a guy like that, because he's just so difficult. Like, a lot of women will think, oh, he's just too much for me. He's too attractive for me. He's too good. He's too perfect. I'm never going to be able to string him along, because he's on a different level. Most women, and for the record, I'm not going to say that all women are like that, but I think it's a subconscious thing. Like, it's the same thing with men. Like, guys, let's be real. If you see a really, really hot girl walking down the street, she's a 9 or a 10, and you're kind of mid, which I think you're not, because people who are watching me, all the men who are watching me, y'all are chads, okay? Let's be real, okay? Okay? Pat yourself on the back. So, anyway, enough with the jokes. Guys, when most men look at a really pretty woman, their instant thought is, oh, she's too much for me. She's out of my league. She probably has a whole bunch of men around her. She probably has a rich man, okay? And yada, yada, right? You're going to tell yourself these stories. You're going to rationalize it in your brain. Why? Because you're coping. And conversely, bro, y'all don't think that women experience the same thing? Even more so, because women are not confident. They're not. And it's a real thing. Number 4, the double standard. Because let's be real. Let's really unpack this for a second. Society does not like attractive men. Like, we're mocked, essentially. We're bullied by society. Women, on the other hand, pretty women, they're appreciated. They're celebrated. Which is why so many women, make all these incredible careers just because of their looks, right? It rarely happens to men. I mean, I'm sure, there are some anomalies here, like Brad Pitt, but I would actually argue and say that he's a prolific actor. He's a very, very good actor. He's not successful just because of his looks. Although I definitely think that plays a role here in the equation, but he's a very good actor. He's confident. He has that charm. He is, he has that thing, that little spark, which most actors don't have, okay? But that's an anomaly, okay? Same thing with that, what's his name? Jeremy Meeks, the famous mugshot guy, He's that, that felon, that hot felon. I mean, women were drooling all over him. Why? Because he was hot. Like, I mean, he's a giga Chad. Like, he's a Chad, okay? That mugshot, bro, it's unbeatable. Like, but I mean, these guys are anomalies, okay? However, going back to my point, we attractive men were frowned upon. People are gonna like project insecurity and a lot of doubt into us, which is why we're labeled a certain way. Attractive men or hot guys were usually labeled as arrogant. People think we're cocky. People think that we have a roster full of women and that we're players, we're cheaters, and that we're dumb, that we're not intelligent, especially in the workplace. People are going to think that you're stupid and that you can't do anything, okay? Which is a real thing, trust me. And it's not talked about enough. And when you're not him, it's like, especially if there's like something about you, like you have skills, like you basically break that expectation, because that's what people expect of you. They expect you to be dumb. They expect you to be, up in your head. They think that you're aloof and that you're some kind of jerk, and that you're cocky and that you're this and that. People are gonna create these stories in their brain before they meet you, bro. Okay, so that's the thing. And sometimes you just have to bite the bullet. You have to eat the frog, which is a tough pill to swallow, because it's like, regardless of what you're doing, I feel like people will always like picture you in a certain way. Even if you're a good guy, you can be perfect, bro. You can be the nicest guy around. You can be very cool, very chill. You can be very social, like you can be very caring, but people will completely overlook that. They're just going to focus on your looks. Especially, women, okay? So women are going to think that about you. They're going to assume all things about you, bro. Trust me. And you can't really jump over that. It's a little loop, bro. It's a big ass hole that it's practically impossible to jump over that hole. And so, but bro, trust me, people will have their guard up, especially women, because they think you're this and that. So that's the bottom line. We're frowned upon. We're hated by society. Okay? And I think, and I've said this before, I think that men, attractive men, were hated by men and women. A lot of men think that we're gonna steal their chick. They think that we're this and that, and that we're always gonna, take the spotlight, and that we're never gonna, be caring and giving, and all these things that are associated with being a good friend. But people will project. And it's, bro, everything originates from insecurity and low confidence, which, let's be real, guys, let's be honest here. Most people are not confident, men and women. So, number 5, and this is a big point, guys. Like, women don't hate you. They hate what you mirror, okay? Allow me to explain. They hate the idea of you being attractive. They don't really hate you for who you are, especially if they don't know you, like, which is exactly what I just talked about. It's that thing they have in their imagination. They think you're this and that you're gonna string them along, you're gonna cheat on these girls, and that you're gonna, that you're gonna cheat on her, and that you're not gonna be this, that you're not gonna be husband material. And that's why a lot of women usually default to pulling back. They're gonna tease you, they're gonna test you. And some of these girls will just straight up reject you before you even, before you even ask her out, And some of them will also ignore you, bro, straight up, because it's a coping mechanism. It's like, it's a protection mechanism. They're like, hey, oh, okay, I rejected him first, okay? And usually, a lot of these girls, let's be real, they're stupid, and they're getting a whole bunch of tips and advice from all their girlfriends, who are usually single, okay? And some of these girls, they have experience with attractive men. Some of them have dated a really, really attractive men in the past, and they've been cheated on. They've been, dumped and ghosted, and, that's what usually happens. And so they carry on that baggage with them. They have bad experiences that are related to you. So a lot of these women, especially if they've been around the block, they have some experience. When they meet you, they're gonna hate you. Okay, they're gonna hate what you represent, because they can recall on these memories, they can extrapolate them, and they're gonna think that you're this and that, because you remind them of that guy that they've been with in the past. Okay, so guys, it's a real thing. Like I'm telling you, like there are ups and downs of being an attractive man. So guys, I think I'm gonna wrap it up here. Guys, just take a look at this beautiful view. It's phenomenal, So anyway, I'm enjoying this fall weather, man. It's beautiful here in Poland. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below if you agree with me here. If not, tell me. I would love to hear y'all experiences. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I wish y'all a beautiful day. Stay strong.